Have you ever imagined yourself playing a saxophone in a red-hot jazz band? Did you ever wonder if all woodwind instruments are really made out of wood? Well, today, we'll discover the answer to those questions and many more as Tasteful Musical Productions proudly invites you on a musical adventure with our new weekly television extravaganza, Music is Life. Today, we greet one of the most diverse families of instruments, the woodwinds.
That's a 10-4, big guy. Make sure the van has gas.
Not you again. Don't tell me Maestro Luther has...
He has tummy trouble? Okay, I won't tell you that he had some bad tuna and asked me to fill in for him today.
Thank you for not telling me that.
Baco Bell, Johann Sebastian Smith, your awesome teen on the music scene, at your service. Hey, did you see this week's script? I came in this morning to rewrite it, and it was already done. And it's got some awesome surprises to it.
Master PJ, you know I don't like surprises.
Really? I love them. I love surprises almost as much as I love music. And donuts. Oh, we're going to have such a blast with the woodwinds today. We're going on a treasure hunt. It's all right here. Hello. And welcome to Woodwind Treasure Hunt. Our handsome, talented host, PJ, don't you just love him? We'll be picking up treasure tips today while we learn more about those fantabulous woodwinds. The treasure tips will lead PJ to different locations where another treasure tip is hidden. Each tip will lead him closer to the whereabouts of our big finale with the concert band and his treasure tip treasure. I'm gonna win a treasure. And I really don't know where the grand finale is. Wild, huh?
I don't think I like this.
Hey, has anybody seen the donuts? I'm like starving here. All right. Before we begin, let's meet the stars of our treasure hunt. Take it away, Mr. Announcer. You're supposed to be my sidekick announcer. Read the script.
Thank you, Mr. Game Show host. The woodwinds are actually one big family divided into two groups, the flutes and the reeds. First, the flutes. Flute. Piccolo. And the recorder. And the reeds. Clarinet. Oboe. Bassoon. Saxophone. They call them reeds for a very special reason, and we'll tell you why later on in the show.
Thank you! Doesn't Mr. Announcer have a wonderful voice?
Well, thank you.
My pleasure! But now on to the first treasure tip. Each tip will be found in a glamorous envelope like this one! This treasure tip riddle in your hand will lead you to the location of the concert band. The flute is magic. Just take a look. Your second treasure tip can be found in a book. Okay, buds, we know the treasure tip has got something to do with flutes. And flutes are so awesome because of all the different sounds they make.
One of the first flute-like instruments was the recorder.
I love the recorder, and boy, are they easy to play. They're the only one of the flute family that is held vertically, like this.
Charming, but many composers wrote beautiful music for the recorder. The recorder has a very sweet, gentle sound, and it was very popular during the Renaissance and Baroque periods.
We need to find a place with books and flutes.
Well, for books you could try...
Maybe it's a book about a flute.
As I was saying, go to
Where
the...
can we...
Hello? To find a book, try going...
The library! Of course! Check it out! A flute and a piccolo! What a stroke of luck!
I should say, did you notice that the flutes and piccolos are held differently than the recorder? Their lip plate is on the side, so the instrument is held up and extended horizontally.
Your lips go over the lip plate when you blow.
The air is blown across the edge of the lip plate, where it splits and makes the air in the pipe vibrate. That vibrating air creates a sound. The Italian word piccolo means small. They call it the little flute. It has the ability to play higher pitches or notes than the flute itself. The flute has a wide range of sounds, from low, rich notes to high notes that are brilliantly clear. Flutes also come in several different sizes.
The larger the flute, the lower the sound it makes. And you make those sounds by opening and closing the cool holes along the tube of the flute. Styling, huh? When all the holes are closed, the column is longer and there's more air to vibrate, which makes the sound lower. When the holes are open, the column is shorter. There's less air to vibrate and the sound is higher. This calls for a demonstration. Please, feel free to try this at home. It's fun for the whole family. Remember, when you blow, it causes air to vibrate. The amount of space the air has to vibrate in makes the notes higher or lower, just like in the tube of the flute. Less water, more air vibrating. That makes the sound lower. I'm having way too much fun. Treasure tips around here somewhere.
Any luck with your treasure tip? You know, PJ, Mozart did write an opera entitled The Magic Flute.
The magic flute. That's the treasure tip. If a reed instrument is what you'd like to play, you must practice, practice every day. Find your next treasure tip in a hallway. Whoa. Good for you! That's treasure tip number 2! Where do you think PJ will find the next one? If a reed instrument is what you'd like to play, you have to practice every day. Well, we know to be good at any instrument, you have to practice.
Perhaps you should go to
You
where...
have to find a place where you'd practice your reed instrument.
Correct. So the logical place to go would be...
Someplace with a hallway.
Excuse me? Practice? A long hallway? It's obvious that the next treasure tip is at the...
The rehearsal hall!
I give up.
Now that you've met the marvelous flutes, it's time to meet the larger half of the Woodwind family. The Reeds! You're in luck, folks, because today's show is brought to you by The Reeds! Shall we have a word from our sponsor, Mr. Announcer?
What?
It's in the script, page 14. Read it like a commercial.
Thank you, game show host. Yes, the reeds are popular and fun for the whole family. There are single reeds and double reeds to choose from. A single reed is actually a piece of cane, a grassy-like bamboo, that attaches to the mouthpiece of a single reed instrument like the clarinet or the saxophone. When the player blows into the mouthpiece, it makes the reed vibrate, and the vibrating air travels down into the tube of the instrument. If the double reed is your reed of choice, you'll find them in the oboe and the bassoon. This reed is actually two pieces of cane tied together. The two reeds vibrate when blown into. They're two reeds in one. I cannot believe I just said that. So, whatever reed instrument you choose to play, single or double, go out and buy reeds today.
Thanks, narrator buddy. Let's make a reed, shall we? Take a piece of paper, 8 inches long and 2 inches wide. Now, fold it into a W. W. And make a small tear in the center fold. Now, bring the flaps to your lips and blow really hard until it squeaks. You feel it vibrating? That's how a reed works. Neat, huh? And now, back to the treasure hunt. Come on! The soloists are practicing for the big finale this afternoon. Boy, do they sound great. All right, everybody, let's find those treasure tip envelopes.
Is that a clarinet I hear?
It sure is. One of the most popular of the reed instruments. Dig that sound. Let's listen, shall we? Clarinets can have a full, powerful sound. Most are made out of wood or plastic. They're way popular in classical, but really great for jazz.
Can you name a famous clarinetist, Master PJ?
You betcha! Benny Goodman was a totally rad jazz clarinetist. Clarinets are made in several sizes, just like the flute. The bigger the clarinet, the lower the notes it can play. Some of the larger clarinets have an upturned bell, and the biggest one is over 6.5 feet tall. Whoa! This is called a contrabass clarinet.
The oboe is a very important part of the concert band. Before every performance, the oboe plays the musical note A, and it is this note that the entire orchestra tunes their instruments to.
It's the smallest of all the reed instruments and is totally expressive.
The oboe comes in different sizes, like the clarinet. It's used often for classical music solos.
Bassoon is the papa of all woodwinds, because it's the biggest. This baby has a rich, mellow tone, and it was one of the earliest woodwind instruments in the orchestra.
Yes, it's quite expressive. It often plays everything from very serious to comical solos. The contrabassoon, which plays lower notes than the regular bassoon, can be as big as 8 feet tall, with 16 feet of tubing that doubles back on itself to make it easier to carry.
It's great to hear all those reed instruments. There's no sign of that third treasure tip.
I suppose your only hope now is that someone will walk up and hand the treasure tip envelope to you.
Awesome!
Oh, brother.
The flutes and reeds have played for you, and now that their rehearsal's through, to the concert band finale you must fly, to the grand bandstand beneath the sky. I know just the bandstand they're talking about. Does the narrator actually know the answer to our final treasure tip? Will PJ ever claim his treasure? And speaking of woodwind instruments with reeds that don't look like woodwind instruments,
The accordion uses steel reeds and wind to create its highly festive sound, and the Scottish bagpipe has a double reed mouthpiece. Both are considered woodwinds, and both are really fun to play.
Thank you. We now return to the treasure hunt, still in progress. Now that we've solved our treasure tips and found out where the concert band's playing, we're off to shoot the finale and find out what our treasure is.
PJ, don't you have to take the ferry to get where the concert band is playing?
You sure do. Why do you ask?
Because it's leaving.
Whoa! Hold that boat, Captain! Wait! There's one woodwind instrument we haven't talked about. Hit it! You just can't not look cool playing the saxophone. Like the clarinet, it's a single reed instrument, and they make 6 different sizes of them.
Many woodwind instruments, including the saxophone, are named like voices in the choir. Soprano, the highest notes, alto and tenor, the middle notes, and the baritone and bass, which is, of course, the lowest. It's a simple way to remember the different sizes.
Saxophones are majorly popular in jazz bands. Charlie Parker was one of the greatest jazz saxophone soloists. Check this out. Come on, guys! It's right over here! Come on! It's... Whoa. What happened to the bandstand? Who took my bandstand? It was right here. Maybe they're building a bigger one. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa, the treasure tip prize. Don't you just love happy endings? We present your prize with pride and pleasure. The gift of music is your treasure. We're sorry that your bandstand's gone, but you know what? The beat goes on. Look over your shoulder. Look over my shoulder. Whoa!
We hope you've enjoyed our Woodwind treasure hunt adventure today. You've met the members of the Woodwind family. Firstly, the flutes, including the recorder and the piccolo. You've learned that flutes are played by blowing across and down into the lip plate. And you've met the reeds. The clarinets and saxophones are played with a single reed, and the oboe and the bassoons are both double reed instruments. We also showed you that opening and covering the holes along the columns of woodwind instruments changes the length of the column and thereby changes the sound. Thank you for joining us today. It was our pleasure to introduce you to the Woodwind family And we'll see you next time with a new musical adventure on Music is Life.
Music is life. I know with so many cool woodwind instruments, it's going to be kind of hard to pick which one you'd like to play. But all you have to do is choose. And before long, with a little practice, you'll be blowing notes like a pro. Remember, a little bit of music makes a lot of magic. Until next time, check you later.
Your musical journey has just begun. A musical adventure is so much fun. Come along and hear the sound, how music in your life makes the world go round. We're in tune with the strings and brass. The strings can sing and the brass has class. We're in tune with the woodwinds flare, percussion's in the air. Music everywhere. Let our musical adventure take you there. Bang those drums,
Tickle those keys, play those horns as loud as you please.
hear that rhythm.
Hear that bass.
Music in your life will put a smile on your face.